Good day everybody, this is the Ecclesiarch here, back with some more Warpforge, and today we are going to be looking at a new series that I will be doing together with other content creators. For the most part it will be with Bjthebrave, but we will also try to get other content creators involved down the line. So we call it the FORGECLASH series, and what we're going to be doing with this is we're going to be playing matches between us, and we're going to be recording both perspectives. So we're going to discuss the decks, we're going to discuss the possible problems that we might face in a certain matchups, and then we're going to show you the best of 3 games where we discuss like the game in detail and every decision, as well as the deck choices, mulligan choices, and so on. Now, today we decided to do a Necron versus Ultramarine matchup, and the reason for that is pretty simple. Those are the 2 top factions right now, and hate it or not, I'm sure that a lot of you are interested how exactly the matchup between these 2 play out. So in this case, BJ is going to be playing for the Ultramarines, while I'll be playing for the Necrons as Imhotech. Now, he's going to be running Marneus Calgar. And when we're playing against Marneus Calgar, what are we expecting? We're basically going to expect the typical Ultramarine deck. There might be some things that probably can be different. Like, this is the Marneus Calgar deck that I use, for example. Here I got like double Lieutenant Calcius, I got my double Angels of Death and stuff like that, but other Marneus Calgars might play a little different, so it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly how I play, like with Sergeant Tilion, for example. So there are like many different ways people play this Warlord, but it all boils down to one thing. It's a beatdown deck, basically. It's very aggressive, and it's going to try to establish a huge advantage in early mid-game so that then it can just finish you off with double death from above on the face or something. So it's usually very hard to deal with it. Plus, he always has a constant supply of cards because of his warlord power. So you just have to survive the onslaught if you want to defeat Kaldar. Now, as Imhotech, the deck that I'm using here is a let's say tweaked version of my old Imhotech deck, which I decided to make a little more consistent by removing the Necron Lord, removing 1 protection protocol, and adding extermination protocols to it. And it makes a huge difference, honestly, because you have what you need to more chance of surviving the early game. Because when you play as Imhotech, first of all, why Imhotech and not Oricon, right? Oricon has a very tough time against Marneus Calgar and Ultramarines in general. If you play with Oricon against a good Ultramarine player with a good deck, then you're probably gonna have a bad time, because 35 HP with 0 potential of healing is not that good. While Imhotech, on the other hand, he has constant healing from his warlord power, and he also has the Conquering Tyrant double, which I run, and that healing can really become a lifesaver, because as Necrons, if you want to beat the Ultramarines, what you need to do is you need to survive their early game pressure, and in the late game, you just win the game because you got Tomb World, you got more resources, and Calgar just runs out of options to burst you, and it becomes very difficult for him to win afterwards. So we're going to be running a very typical package here with Extermination Protocol and Reconstruction Protocol, and Reconstruction is much better than Resurrection Protocol, because the thing with this is you can just add units to your hand which have already been removed. Like, you can use it on Tombblade, Scorpec Destroyer, Doomsight, all of your flank units basically that you have to control the board early mid-game. You can also do it to the Lich Guard and Triarch Praetorians, which are your frontline troops, and you can even do it for if you want, you can even do it for Technomancers, which are going to resurrect your units. On top of that, we also have Psychomancers, a single copy of Plasmaster, double Hexmark Destroyer, double Hard Removal, and Tomb World. Now, you might be wondering why no Ghost Immortals, because I have seen a lot of people complain that I'm underrating Ghost Immortals. I think it's a good unit, it's an okay unit, but I would still not include it in an Imhotech control deck, maybe on an aggro deck, but on this, it's not really that good, because you're pretty much just messing up your Tomb World, because a 1 melee attack, a 3 ranged attack, 4 HP unit with regen in the late game is nothing. It doesn't even provide front line or anything, so I don't see the value of having that unit in my hand towards the late game. Whereas the Triarch Praetorian will still provide Vanguard to you, even in the late game, which can save you from lethal. So that's why I would always prioritize Triarch Praetorians over over the Gauss Immortals. Now, we also do have the Curse of the Pharaon, which is going to be a scary combo together with Scythe Assault or Hexmark Destroyer. And as for my defensive card, I have unlocked Divination of Men here, and I will be running that. Sometimes it might be good to also run the other counterattack, which you by default have, deal 1 damage, but with Divination of Men here, either Plasmancer can be super strong because you drop it, you use Men here, you use your Warlord power on 6 energy, so Plasmancer shoots twice. Or you could activate Conquering Tyrant on 4 energy, so it's pretty scary overall. Now, that is pretty much my deck, and as I told you, my game plan is to survive, just contain his onslaught and just win late game. And that means that we're not gonna go face at all. We're gonna conserve as much HP as we have. And yeah, let's see how it goes. So good luck to BJ and good luck to me. Okay, gentlemen, so let us get right into this game, and right away I got Extermination Protocol, Triarch Praetorian, Hexmark, and Methodical Destruction. And obviously I want to replace these two because they're too pricey, but these two are great because Triarch Praetorian is a great drop, and on top of that the Extermination Protocol is a great thing to start from, so certainly gonna help me contain that Ultramarine aggro. And double Triarch Praetorian is definitely okay. It's too bad to have the Conquering Tyrant, but then again I got Divination of Men here, and you'll see just how useful Divination of Men here can be. Oh, I got for some reason I got the Obelisk. That's an interesting one. So it automatically chose Obelisk for me when I went into a friendly game. That's too bad, because if it was like a normal game, what you would usually see is I would Divination of Men here into Conquering Tyrant on energy 4, which would be a very good start. But nevertheless, we're fine. So, what we're basically going to do here is we're not going to be attacking Kalgar, because what we want to do is we want to minimize the amount of damage that we essentially take. So we're going to be minimizing the health damage. So you don't want to battle him and take extra damage, because we're on survival mode, as I've mentioned. And right now, actually, this is where having the Obelisk is actually gonna become quite handy, because if I had Divination of Men here, then again I would just have to use Lord of the Storm and not drop anything this turn. But I'm gonna be playing Praetorian, and I'm definitely gonna use the counterattack to take this out. I would say I would still have preferred Divination, but this is still pretty good. So this is, if you've seen my counterattack like tier list, you would know that or defense card tier list, whatever you want to call it, you would know that I also rated this defensive card very high, and that is for a reason, because it still helps you deal that extra free damage. So certainly pretty good overall. And having Triarch Praetorians in the early game is also really good, because this way you just have you're just setting up for your Tomb World, which is always really good. You're getting it ready just for, you know, just for when you are able to play it. Like playing it on 8 energy is perfect, or if you got Divination, once again you might play it for 6 energy even. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty good. Now I guess he's thinking of whether or not he can... Okay, does he have the combo? Looks like he does not have the combo, which is actually really good. By combo, I mean usually what you will see Ultramarines doing right now is blind it through the Octavio and then just combo it, right? So take it out without taking damage, which would put me in a very big disadvantage here. But fortunately, that did not happen, so I'm just gonna freely drop another one of my Praetorians and hope for the best. Because that blind into Intercessor or Inceptor or whatever the hell that is called can be devastating, because it just takes out your unit for free. I swear to God, the Octavio Infiltrator is probably one of the best cards Ultramarines have. And if you guys are Ultramarine players and not using that, you're missing out. It's like one of the best cards they can muster overall. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. He might have the capability of summoning another one of those things, which would not be too good. But Nevertheless, we can deal with it. So he could refill energy right now, draw a card and drop another intercessor. And that he did not do, which is actually pretty good for me because you know what I'm gonna do here? I'm actually gonna be a little annoying. I'm gonna resurrect one of these bad boys. Drop him right here. Do this. And take this out. Now, don't forget that whenever you reconstruction protocol something, it's no longer in your graveyard. So Tomb World is not gonna summon it until it's destroyed again. So you boys just need to keep that in mind. 100%. Now, it's good that we are containing his aggression. Like, being at 30 HP at energy turn 6 is already really good against Kalgar. That means you are able to contain the much of the early game aggression. Now, that unfortunately does not mean that you've won or anything ridiculous like that. That totally does not mean that. Because his damage might start coming out right as soon as he plays Angels of Death, which is disgusting, but it is what it is. Okay, so he uses that, which is not bad for me because that means it's not going to my face, which is good. Now, unless I get a Lich Guard, which I do not get, I'm going to play Conquering Tyrant. This is a nice moment to play Conquering Tyrant because he doesn't have any board presence. So we heal up. We're now at 4 damage, which is really good because it's going to help us trade and take out some stuff. However, it's now pretty dangerous. He might just drop Angels of Death just like that for tempo. Sometimes you will see Ultramarine players do that. One of the scariest things might be if he plays Lieutenant Calcius, because that thing does a hell of a ton of damage. If he drops something big like a Dreadnought, which I doubt he's playing because Dreadnought is not really meta, I'm gonna Methodical Destruction it like right away. Like no questions asked, I'm just gonna blow it up with Methodical Destruction. So, most probably it's either that, Calcius or something like that, or he might be playing another Impulsor. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I would rather he just plays one big unit rather than just drop the Angels of Death because, crap. That is a clever move. That is a correct play, honestly. That is a correct play. But he doesn't go face. Interesting. That actually surprises me a little bit because I thought that he would. Now, here's the thing. If I drop this bad boy right here... you know what? I'm going to play Psychomancer. I'm going to bash into one of these boys. And hope this one doesn't get stunned. Sometimes it gets unlucky like that. Sometimes it does happen. What can we do? Unfortunately, sometimes we do get that kind of luck. It was just a 1 out of 3 chance, so it was still, I think, a good idea to take that chance. So my Tomb World is also going to summon a Psychomancer soon. The problem with this situation right now is what? The problem with this situation... Ooh, that's not good. That's good. That's good. That's good. The problem now is that we're kind of out of resources. Which is not good, obviously. Okay, okay, okay. We're gonna take a bunch of free damage here, which sucks. But, what can... Whoa, not a bunch, because this one is stunned. Yeah. If the other stun had been better, we would have taken, like, no damage to our Warlord this turn, which would have been fantastic, but... Unfortunately, doesn't always happen the way you want it to happen, right? So, what can you do? So, now I'm thinking of a couple of options that we have. Like, we could summon a Psychomancer out, but I have no guarantee that this is gonna get stunned. If I play the Scythe Assault, if it does 2 damage, it's not gonna be good because there's a lot of stuff here. So, most probably we want to drop a Doom Scythe here. Take this out. That's a threat. Then take this out. And then we want to do this. So now we're hitting the, let's say, the state where we're at dangerous HP. Below 30 is already kind of dangerous against the Ultramarines. And he's getting more and more cards, which is usually the problem that you have against the Ultramarines, right? And since I did not get any Lich card, my Tomb World right now is rather useless, right? So it's just gonna drop Psychomancers and stuff, but I might actually unironically still play the Tomb World at some point just for tempo. You will see me play Tomb World for 3 units or even 2 units sometimes, as long as it preserves my game. Ooh, Sternguard. Okay, it's gonna have to take a lot of damage, unless he has refill. He does have refill, so he's going to risk. Fair enough. Oh, okay. That's actually pretty interesting. That's a pretty interesting way to go about this. Huh. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this right now. Then we're gonna have to do this, and this time this goes face. Reason why this goes face is that this is at 2 HP, so it gets removed nevertheless. So it gets a card. Fortunately for us, we're the second, which means that we get the first overtime. There you go. There's the firstborn monsters. Another firstborn monstrosity. Does he have... Oh, that's pretty bad. That is genuinely scary there, I'll admit. That is genuinely scary. However... Okay. We're alive for now. But we're already in danger zone. If he uses his resources to take this out, I get a very nice Tomb World afterwards. If I can contain him for 1 more turn, I should be fine. Okay, that's good. That is pretty good. That is very good. That means no 2 damage to my face, right? Which is always nice. Dun 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 dun. So he's got 9 energy. For some reason he chose to attack the Leech card right away. So no Inspired Retribution for him. Probably what he's thinking right now is whether or not to destroy this and keep the Remnant alive so that I cannot Tomb World it. Or he might be thinking, maybe I have a Technomancer, right? So if I have a Technomancer, that might be a... Ooh, okay. That's pretty scary. Does he have the necessary damage to take it out, though? Does he? Now, if I top deck a Technomancer, it's gonna be very funny. No Technomancer, but I do get my Psychomancer, which is great. Let me just do a little risky play here, okay? That's nice, that's nice. I am going to keep the Lich Guard alive and not attack him, because he might have enough face damage to take me out. So I would rather not deal 5 damage and have him waste his turn taking this out. I need another one of my healings, or else this is looking kinda ugly now. However, I'm getting a very big Tomb World, like huge Tomb World coming up, boys. Huge Tomb World coming up. There could be another sergeant coming. Okay, Inspired Retribution. Takes out the Plasmancer, obviously. I'm gonna do another one. Or it might be Angels. Nope. It's just that. Okay, okay. This is actually pretty good. This is pretty good for me. I would say this is pretty good for me. Except the Lich Guard moment. I really dislike the fact that... he does not take out the Lich Guard. He's playing it smart by not taking those Lich Guard out. Or maybe he just even couldn't take it out. Who knows? Okay, I got the Conquering Tyrant. Now, having the Conquering Tyrant right now is really good. However, I'm gonna do it this way. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. And one of them is going to stun this, obviously. There you go. And we still pass. We're not attacking. We're not attacking, guys. Remember that. You're not attacking. You're preserving your HP until you have lethal. He already used one of his AoEs, so he's not gonna have another one. He does have that, though, which is, of course, a little bit annoying, but what can we do? So he has to take out 2 of these bad boys for sure. That is gonna take out one of those. And he really needs to take out Plasmancer, but he really has a choice here. Psychomancer or Plasmancer. He goes for the Psychomancer, which I kinda get, honestly. This is a pretty dangerous situation, by the way. And I'm thinking what's the correct play. Oh, what? Oh. This is actually quite interesting. This is actually quite interesting here. Now that I know he doesn't have a lot of burst, I might actually risk it. I might actually risk it because I know he doesn't have a lot of burst anymore. Two of his Stern Guard gone, 2 of his Death from Above gone. The face dam. I did not expect him to be playing that. I did not expect him to be playing that, unfortunately. I should have been more careful. I did not expect that card because usually you don't see Company Ancient being run. I think Lieutenant Calcius is in general the better call, so I did not expect that. Sometimes not expecting something can get you crapped on, and that was my mistake. So best be very careful with that, boys. Best be very careful. Okay, gentlemen, so we're up to the next game, and this time we have Tomb World again. But Tomb World we're going to replace, and we're going to keep the Psychomancer and Scorptech Destroyer plus Reconstruction Protocol, because Scorptech together with Reconstruction Protocol can be a very deadly combo. So, let us see what we can do. So we got the Awakened Obelisk, no divination for us, unfortunately. So it's going to be a very standard start. He's just going to draw, he's going to go face. And just like we know, we're just going to attack him with that. And we're not going to be attacking with our Warlord because we want to survive. So once again, when you're playing against the Ultramarines, you're on survival mode. So I think that's usually what you want to do. Well, there's the Stern Guard. Once again, this is a very typical start that you will usually have. And what we're going to do is we're going to bash and we're going to smack. So early game is all about survival. All about survival. Having the Lich Guard early is also really, really good. So he's gonna drop the Firstborn. Okay, that's interesting. And he goes face. And here's the question now. We could drop a Scorpec Destroyer, but we don't want to waste Scorpec Destroyers. So we're just going to do this once again. So we're going to be playing a little bit slow. We're going to be playing just a little bit slow. But next turn we already have Lich Guard, but he might have the Impulsor. Now, if he does play Impulsor, we have the Scorpec Destroyer for that. Specifically for that, which is really good. Now, of course, we could play the Lich Guard if we wanted here, which could be a good call, actually. But I do believe we're gonna hold off from playing the Lich Guard here. So we're down to 26 HP. That is not good. That is too early to be down to 26 HP, but Ultramarine aggro is Ultramarine aggro, so it's very difficult to deal with that right now. Plus, he has the energy advantage on us. So, we're gonna see what he does. Okay, Reaver. Interesting. Now then, playing Lich Guard is not smart. It's not smart because he can just inspire Zeal and then we take a ton of damage and we kind of lose the game. So, we play Reconstruction Protocol into Scorpec Destroyer in order to take out the immediate threats. So, we do this. There you go. Alright. So, once again, we might see a tempo Angels of Death just coming out, which I can't say I'm a big fan of. I hate it when that happens, but whoa, brother. I would rather not see that happen. Thank God. So, Company Ancient, that's not too good either, honestly. That is pretty scary. Yeah, we gotta drop this, because Company Ancient is very scary. Company Ancient is indeed very scary. So we need to play the Lich Guard soon, but at the same time, we might have to commit to Plasmancer or Psychomancer, depending on what this guy is going to be dropping. He goes face, and I think he passes here. Something makes me feel he's either going to pass or drop something just on tempo. I wonder which one it is. There's actually a lot of things that he could do here. I'm just thinking what he might be up to. Lich Guard plus Triarch would be great for next turn. But depending on what he plays, I might have to do Lich Guard plus Extermination. Oh, so he does Death from Above. Alright. That is scary. So, since he decides to just go face, I'm just gonna do a little bit of a nasty frontline play. Just fortify myself. Now I know at least that he's going to have to waste some stuff. Like that, for example, which is always good to see being wasted. Don't tell me he also has blind, though. Okay, thank God, no blind. He takes out the Lich Guard, which is good because I did not take face damage this turn, which is great. Problem is, I'm getting very low, but I do have a Conquering Tyrant soon, so yeah, might have to play Plasmancer. Plasmancer into my Warlord ability, maybe even Extermination Protocol, but I doubt because I want to keep the Extermination for Hexmark and stuff like that. So, yeah, we don't wanna waste that. Oh, so he still decides to do Tactical Insight. Okay, Stern Guard. Oh, okay. Okay. That is an interesting choice for sure. We pass. Keeping the exterminations for Hexmark destroyers. Draws a card, that's good. That means he doesn't have much to play with. Octavio Infiltrator, and there's the dreaded Inceptor or whatever the hell that thing is. Okay. That is not too bad because I already have a very good Tomb World coming up. Oh, this is gonna be pretty deadly actually soon. This is how we're gonna do it. Yeah, I think we're at an advantage right now. That can disappear very easily due to the AoE that he can create, but right now I have a lot of answers. I have the Curse of the Pharaoh, Hexmark into Extermination. There's like a lot of things I can do, like a lot. So we're not exactly afraid of him now. I'm kind of feeling safe, to be honest. Interesting. So, more burst gone. That's perfect. Let's not mess it up. There we go. Once again, I'm not gonna go aggro anyway. I'm preserving my HP, even though I can trade effectively, like dealing 4 and taking 2. I'm still gonna stay safe against the Ultramarines. Late game is mine. So as long as he cannot do something too crazy right now, late game is absolutely mine. Probably it's gonna be Octavio Infiltrator coming up, but I'm already not afraid of that. Or another blind it could be, who knows. Because next turn is game winning. He cannot contain what's gonna happen next turn. Firstborn? Oh, Octavio, okay. Fair enough. Now the real question is he gonna mess up and take this out? If he takes it out, yeah, that's not exactly a correct move. He also didn't attack. I think we got him where we need him. I think we got our boy where we need him. So essentially we do this. And once again, I'm gonna play it as safe as I can. So I'm gonna be playing ultimate safe right now. I'm not even gonna attack him. Like, I'm preserving as much as I can. And I think that is it. Even if he does double AoE, that's pretty much it. Because I got more healing and Lich Guard and stuff coming up. So I think we're winning this one. Inspire Retribution on Lich Guard. Obviously, that's his second hard removal. That's good. There's his second Angels of Death. And there's too much on my board right now. There's too much priority targets, so too many priority targets. So I don't think he can deal with everything, even if he wanted. Most probably he's gonna take out the Hexmark. That's the smartest play there. I'm not getting my Technomancers though. What's going on, man? Where's my Technomancers? Like, yeah, I think it's lethal no matter what he does. I think it's lethal in any case. That was smart to take that out now because Technomancer might show up. But I got lethal, yeah. Pretty much. Unless this decides not to go face for some reason. Okay, no Technomancer again, but it is what it is. There we go. GG! Okay, boys, so after 2 great matches, we're gonna hop on to the final one. Unfortunately, we go second again, but then again, it's not too bad because we do prefer to have that overdraw potential. Not overdraw, but like, we get the first overtime, means that we draw a lot of cards towards the end, which is a big bonus for me because, you know, with Necrons, you don't get any card draw. So Methodical Destruction in our hand is terrible. This is not something that you want to have. But, on the other hand, we finally got our Technomancer. Yay. Okay, Firstborn right away. That is not too bad, honestly, because he did not draw a card this turn. That is okay. That is a-okay. That means the chances of him having the Inceptor are lowered. Okay, so now he might drop the Stern Guard or he might draw a card. Those are the only 2 really viable plays there. Because if he were to just play the Inceptor, it would not be good. That would not be good. Okay, so Triarch Praetorian. Now, if he cannot take this out by chance, he's in trouble because then I can Technomancer it back. Okay, so we also get the Lich Guard here, and Lich Guard plus Technomancer is also terrifying. But there's the Inceptor, unfortunately. The doom of my Praetorian. Fate sealed. Now, since I have double Psychomancer, I'm not gonna be shy and just drop one right away on the board. Since like I got 2, why the hell not, right? Having 2 Psychomancers is nice. That's also already setting up a very strong Tomb World on tempo. Like, now if I draw a Tomb World, it's gonna be scary as hell, because then he's gonna have a hard time dealing with it. So, some things that he could do. He could have another Inceptor and Octavio, which would be the worst case scenario, because he just deals with it for free. Or... Yep, that's what I thought. Point blank shot, that's okay. And maybe Stern Guard is going to be played now, which I'm not too afraid of, actually, because Lich Guard exists, but... And Lich Guard is going to be pretty good, man. Lich Guard is going to be pretty good. That's free 3 damage on his face, that's good. And finally, look at that, we're at energy turn 5 without taking a crap ton of damage. That's nice, that's nice. So, drop the Lich Guard. There is literally no reason not to play it, even if we're considering him having Inspired Retribution and just taking it out. There's literally no reason not to play Lich Guard here. There's literally no reason. This is also good, having the Scythe Assault and stuff. Oh, okay. Is he gonna attack it? If he plays it smart, he should not attack it. If he plays it smart, he should not attack it, though. I think if he plays smart... Sorry about the Discord sounds, guys. I forgot to turn it off for this match. I'll tell you why. If he attacks it, he risks me sacrificing the Lich Guard and then resurrecting it. If he doesn't attack it, however, there's a 2 HP Lich Guard, which is harder to take care of next turn. So, it's a very hard decision that he has to make here. Very hard decision. I think, at least. I think he's now just discussing and considering whether or not he should be attacking the Lich Guard. I think the answer is that he should not attack the Lich Guard. And he makes the right call, as you would expect. Okay, in that case, I do have to play the Psycho. I absolutely have to play the Psychomancer. And most probably, the most terrifying thing that's going to happen here is Angels of Death, obviously. As always, that's the bane of my existence. In which case, I'll just have to commit a methodical destruction on Big Boy there. If he does not have that, though, this might get ugly. Yeah, there's the Angels of Death. 1, 2. 2 of them are going to be sacrificed. No, 1 is going to be sacrificed while the other is going to take out. That's a misplay. The reason why that's a little bit of a misplay, like not a huge one, obviously, but that's a bit of a misplay because I got Methodical Destruction now, and that thing is going to fall inside the AoE of the Methodical Destruction, so, you know, not too good. Pass. On Energy turn 9, we have a very nice clear. Until then, we have to survive. And by the way, the Tomb World, if we get a Tomb World, it's gonna be absolutely nuts. That's gonna be the strongest Tomb World possible. He might actually play Company Ancient here if he has it. Oh, doesn't seem like he has it. Ooh, that's a lot of bad stuff. That's actually pretty scary though, man. That is pretty scary, man. I don't like it. I don't like it. If he had played that 1 turn later, would have been peachy, but now it's a problem. He even refills the energy. Crap. It's no good. I'm gonna have to make a risk play. I'm gonna have to make a risk play here, guys. There's too much stuff on the board. And I'm just gonna have to Scythe Assault that. There's no other way, unfortunately. Wasn't too bad, honestly, but could have been better. Could have been much better. But wasn't too catastrophic, I guess. I'm just sad that my Curse of the Pharaoh combo is gone. Oh my god, that combo would have been a blessing, like, last turn. It would have been a complete blessing. Now, worst thing that can happen for us here, I think, is if he drops a Company Ancient, kinda. But at the same time, if he blinds, that could be really bad. I guess there's no Company Ancient coming up. Maybe he's just gonna do Death from Above. I would expect he just does Death from Above here. Oh, he's got nothing? In which case, I'm happy to stall a little bit more and drop the Lich card. I could have done Conquering Tyrant, but I think that would have been a bit of a mistake, because having him try to deal with the Lich card is way better. Okay, Inspire Retribution, that means he's playing for 5 energy, that's good. Maybe not too good, because he can drop the... whatchamacallit? The tank? The Rhino? Repulsor, Impulsor... whatever the hell those things are called. All of those Ultramarine cards sound the same, man. Let's do some more stuff. Set up the Tomb World. Once again, I could Conquering Tyrant, but there's no reason to do that. Because Right now, bird control is with us, and I think we should keep it going. I think we should keep the bird control going. Plus, I have the Scythe Assault plus Pharaon combo once again in my hand. So, there it is. The scary boys. Point blank. Master Tactician. Followed by the Reaver. Take this out. Heal up. Yeah, this game I think is also in the bag now. I don't think he will be able to dish out so much damage to be able to kill me now. I don't know. Most probably he won't be able to do it. Because as I said like at the explanation phase that it's about outlasting the aggro of the Ultramarines. If you can outlast it and get to the overtime or the late game, you pretty much have it. Then it's yours. But if they do deal enough damage till that point and you're under pressure, most probably the game is done. So 14 cards, 8 guards in his deck. Okay. There could still be another Sergeant of the Flying Sergeant. But I do have the Doom Scythe ready for that, so no problem. I think this might be a very rare occasion where I might start going face. I'm not sure. That is what I expected. Not yet. Not yet. It's gonna be a beautiful Tomb World. Okay. What now, though? Ooh, okay. That hurts. See why I'm not going face? Suddenly, boom, I'm down to back to 22 HP. It's too dangerous. I think there's gonna be the Firstborn coming out. But I think it's Tomb World time. I think it's Tomb World time. Maybe not. Ooh, this is gonna be ugly. Pass again. Not attacking. Remember, guys, don't give him a chance. Right now, he's running out of steam, so why give him a chance to by bringing myself close to lethal? It's absolutely unnecessary. There's gonna be Angels of Death now. The second copy. And that's gonna be the end of... that's gonna be the end of the line. That's gonna be the end of the line. Yeah, doubt there's anything he could do. If he takes this out with Inspired Zeal, yeah. That's a nice roll, but I don't think it's enough. Oh, invulnerability. I totally forgot they had that. I actually totally forgot they have that. But I guess thank you for reminding me. Yep. Oh, that was a slight misplay there. Slight misplay because I should have first traded with this and then brought it back. But there's no way he's getting through double Lich Guard now. He's out of cards. He is out of cards. There's the Angels of Death. There's the Inspired Retribution. By the way, a lot of your Kalgar games, like Emotech versus Kalgar games, might end up looking like this, where he just runs out of the deck to play with because Emotech, as I've said, can tank it. He's got the potential to tank through anything that Kalgar can throw at him. But that's only just potential. That doesn't mean that he's 100% gonna be able to do it. So and that would be GG. Well, gentlemen, I really hope you enjoyed these 3 games. I hope that it was insightful for you and you learned something from it. If you have any questions, please just write in the comments. If you want to see any specific matchups or anything specific with this new little series that we have come up with, please do tell us. And I hope you enjoy the idea and I hope you want to see more episodes. Comment if you want to see more episodes as well. And don't forget to go over to Bjthebrave's channel as well to see his perspective on these games. Thank you very much.